Hey, we get our first Juggernaut Peddler we're seeing on stream today. Let's go.
Give me one. About saying stream's not seeing it, but
Oh, well, I am.
Yeah, you're the one that matters. Okay, don't get the stream keep you down. Okay,
I have a trade. I have a trade proposal. You receive one Juggernaut. I receive you having one less Boros Charm in your hand.
Have you seen we have that meme? We have that meme in the time distance.
Okay, so we're getting a cracked foothills. There's a Dragon Rage Channeler on board. Boros Charm in hand. 2 Boros Charms. Actually, what did they take? I guess I missed it. I thought they took the second Boros Charm. I missed what they took.
I didn't. Sorry, I was finding the meme we had. Sorry, I have priorities in my life.
There's an uncastable Bump of the Night that's chilling in hand. Interesting play. Maybe you just... oh, you can't shoot the... doesn't do damage. Okay, so we're just plotting this like Shot Show off.
Yep, we can plot it, and then the
oh man, this double Solitude Ephemerate could really just mess this turn up.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be a... Well, yeah, they don't even have a thing that can kill the what is it called?
The Peddler.
No, yeah. They can't kill the Peddler because we know the ass card in their hand outside of the one they just drew is a non-spell.
True.
Because Peddler doesn't show you
kill the attack here.
Yeah, I mean you block kill.
Block. Yeah. I imagine we're going to see a Boros Charm cast here.
Mm-hmm. You have to imagine a Boros Charm cast here, and then in response, you Solitude and kill both the creatures. Yeah,
nice swing here for Jolto.
You make them commit the resources first. The funny outcome would be a Boros Charm, but giving double strike. Oh, the draw was a Lightning Bolt.
Oh, the draw was a bolt. Mm-hmm. Okay, so
I'm surprised.
Is this bolt... where's this bolt pointed?
It's at Peddler.
It's at the Peddler. Okay, that makes sense.
I'm kind of surprised that they what's it called? Get that 6-shot show off with Trigger Resolve. Because they could have Solitude and Ephemerate in response.
You're right.
And they would get it.
Here's the only problem here is if there's another bolt in hand that's gonna blow this play up.
It is. But don't we know that's a hand? Because was that in their hand when Juggernaut Peddler went off?
Oh, there's one mystery card.
Well, yes, but Juggernaut Peddler doesn't show you ants. So if that's a...
oh, I didn't know that. Okay, yep. Yeah, that very well could be a land then.
It only shows you the spells in hand. Everything else is uncovered. Yeah. Weird.
That makes sense.
Weird card effect.
Alchemy mechanic. Makes sense.
Yeah. I do want to point out here that the mana base of the black-white player playing the standard Verges.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, there are the Verge lands in here. That's funny. You know what's really good against Burn is a 3/2 lifelink.
Yeah, and also just not using IPO ads.
Yeah, and also just get into grief and see what this last card is. So it was a third Boros Charm! Mystery card was a third Boros Charm.
I love that.
My lord.
Yeah, that's
and we're just getting the early concession.
I don't even think that's early. You've seen my hand, you've seen my secrets.
I meant early turn wise.
Okay, I'm about to say, I think they're embarrassed to show their hand.
Yeah. What is the green mana in this list for?
There were some pick your poisons, I imagine. Oh no! This
wait, just activate Deathrite. Just activate Deathrite.
Yeah, there's 1, 2. Okay.
This is my kind of deck. I'm into this list from Jolto. These are the kind of cards I would be playing.
Oh, 100%.
Just black-white grind fest that doesn't give you a chance in hell against all the show and tell lists, but it feels good to catch your mouse.
It does feel good to cast Catcher Mouse. Until it gets solituded. Oh, until Swords and Passives. Oh. That's the problem with Catcher Mouse in this format, is Swords and Passives.
There's a lot of exile.
Yeah, there's just a crap ton that kills it. Granted, we also have a lot of stuff that exile stuff as a cost.
All right, so getting ready for game 2 here. You have to think that Jolto feels really good about the chances. Match.
Oh yeah. I mean, this isn't like the Flicker into energy matchup. Where like, don't get me wrong, a Flicker with Solitude is good in that matchup, but like it doesn't auto win you the game. Where in this matchup, it probably just auto wins you the game.
Yeah, that's probably right.
The fun part about this end is really weird considering most of the decks in the format. How much damage did he take off of their mana base?
Yeah, 2.
0. They don't have a 1-drop. They play a tap the end on 1, and they play a 4-drop 2.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they take no freebies given out for Jolto here. We're not giving out any nothing's free, Tyrant. Yep. Nothing ever in life is free.
And just in case we were worried about the Juggernaut, we have the Enchanter doesn't hit artifacts. I was wrong. It only hits enchantments.
That makes sense. It's
called
Witch Enchanter.
I mean, it should be making enchantments, but
and a cold grief here.
I don't know if you've seen it in the event discussion, but Alco's board state of 3 chalices that you told me about is.
I saw the picture. It's very good.
It's a very good picture.
Okay, so we have a Roiling Vortex, a Mishra's Bauble. We are taking the Vortex. There's a Searing Blood as the last card in the hand.
Yep.
So Delirium on this Channeler is going to be on.
Mm-hmm. It's real easy to get that in the format. And I will say the what's it called? The Roiling Vortex in the graveyard is actually like pretty good for us, even so we don't.
The enchantment type. Yeah, you're right. You are correct.
And there's Artifact.
They already have a bauble in the bin.
Oh, I missed the bauble. Right.
Yeah, they baubled on turn 1.
Too busy to get pictures of showers. This failure versus Dollmaker is super interesting because you could taunt 2 failure, Juggernaut Pedal, attack with failure, Flicker Juggernaut Pedal if you want to.
The only problem is this Juggernaut Peddler is going to eat this Searing Blood real hard.
Yeah. But you could also block versus the what is it called? This. Dollmaker is interesting. Because the token becomes not legendary. It doesn't come up often. Cool. Do you want to guess how I owned that?
How did you learn that?
What format of artifact do you like to reset?
The One Ring.
Yeah. You know what it doesn't do if you have a non-legendary copy? If you play another?
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. You have 2 One Rings in play and twice the Arcos.
We're just going all out aggressive here.
Yep. Well, they have to. Like, if they ever get to the point
where they
cast a Solitude, you probably use that game.
That's probably correct.
Oh God.
You can just fire off his blinds. One for 1 temporary lockdown here. Takes the threat off board.
You got the Fairy and the Dollmaker to reset it if you need to.
True. You're right. Really good point.
This is basically the Esper Pixie deck in Standard.
You're right. 2 cards in hand. A Luris that can be bought.
But not played.
No, not even close.
Yeah. The other thing is, I don't know if you know last game, but they were also, what is it called? Stripped on black mana too.
I did, yeah, because they had the Bump of the Night in their hand that they couldn't cast.
Yep, just stuck there.
Awkward spot for Arcasane here. There's a Bolt Wave that'll put Jolto to 7.
Yeah. I mean, they're effectively at 5 because of this ring.
Yeah. Well, the other problem is, too, that 7 is a tough life total to be at because their hand could just be Boros Charm, Lightning Bolt.
Mm-hmm. But they don't have the white mana for Boros Charm.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But if they draw a white mana, then they're dead.
Yeah.
I have played against enough burn in other formats to know when you're dead to burn.
That's an interesting draw.
Shaman is an interesting draw for sure.
You need the green
source. It can gain life, right?
Only if you have a green source to exile creatures.
Okay.
The back one is just
Shaman is either banned or unplayable in any format I play. So.
Yep. No, don't worry. It's unplayable. That just means it's unplayable in every format, just different reasons.
Right. Okay, so just the Shaman, hoping to draw the green source. Probably we are getting priority here, which means there's something in hand.
I mean,
Bolt to face, being at 4 is a tough spot to be in. Let's see it. Yeah, let's see if Arcasana's the follow-up here.
That's the white
There's
mana.
the white source. If this is Boros Charm, the game's over.
This goes like that.
It is.
Card shot.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, we're going to game 3.
Nothing against burn is ever safe, Ty.
You're right. Yeah, I haven't
You're
played
never
against
safe
Bone.
against burn.
I haven't played against Bone in over a year.
Yep, you're never safe.
And the times where I've played against Bone, I've been bad against Bone in those formats. Because like in Modern, I used to play Infect.
Oh yeah.
You know what Bone has 20 of?
Yeah. Removal spells.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jolto, if you're Jolto here, you gotta like being on the play. That's obviously huge versus burn. Always good to be on the play.
And I think they're probably favored in this matchup, if I had to guess.
I think they are too. They just didn't get a great draw. If they'd seen a Solitude last game, I think they would have won.
I mean,
this is a workable hand.
Yeah, this reanimate's kind of iffy.
Yeah, the reanimate's the worst thing in there for sure. Just go and turn 1 Shaman.
That's interesting.
I guess it makes actually a lot of sense because you can ramp out because you can play the Backstreet next turn and still yeah, or you can play the Ketchermouse next turn. Right?
Yeah.
We'll see if this is a threat or a bolt.
Well, I mean, on Ketchermouse, is that any creature, anything that gets exiled, or is that a creature that gets exiled?
I think it's if a card is exiled during your turn.
So you're Ketchermouse and what's it called? Ketchermouse and what's it called? Deathrite Shaman. Deathrite Shaman. If I can remember what cards are named, I'm looking at. Deathrite Shaman is super cool as just a draw engine.
Okay, so we have 3 lands, 2 Bolt Waves, and now a Juggernaut.
Yep.
And we're going to get this land exiled for the second Deathrite Shaman here, which you're feeling pretty good about. These Bolt Waves can do some damage, but you do have some life gain now. Actually, there's no creatures. You don't have any life gain.
Yep.
You have Ketchermouse, which can gain some life.
I mean, if it can block.
Yeah, I think that, but, I mean, it's pretty easy to get 7 total cards in exile when you have 2 Deathrite Shamans.
That's fair. That's fair. You probably already have 3, I think.
Yeah.
1 from Patio, 1 from Deathrite Shaman. I don't know if there's another.
Maybe it is just 2. Okay, so a Bloodstained Mire here with a Channeler on board. Concealed Courtyards and draw.
Yeah. I think you play it. It just doesn't feel, it feels awkward.
So do you want to lose the life and draw the cards off Ketchermouse, or do you exile the cards first? You're getting the attack for 2 here.
I mean, you play Ketchermouse, use 1 Deathrite to activate the other Deathrite, and
that's true.
You draw 2 cards that way.
Yeah, and there's still no creatures to exile though, so you can't just gain the life right back.
Yeah, but you're making the mana and then draining for 2. You're still ahead on this ways, and you're putting 2 cards to exile for Ketchermouse.
True.
And
using the not draw the cards here?
I mean, they can do it at instant turn, right? Speed, right?
It is, but it is, but you wouldn't draw the cards if you do it during your opponent's turn, so there's no point in waiting.
Like I said, have not played too much of Ketchermouse.
Yeah, Ketchermouse only triggers during your turn.
God, how dare WotC know these new cards?
I know, crazy.
Give me, I want old cards but buffed. Give me a Teferi Time Ravier for 2 mana.
Sure.
Unbanning Pioneer. Let's go.
Okay, so we know that they have a lot of lands in hand because the Juggernaut Peddler only showed us so much. There's 1 Bolt Wave. There's another Channeler. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that'd be their draw for the turn, draw for S-turn.
There's no reach creatures on board either, so if these get turned on, they could end the game quickly. Although these Deathrite Shamans can pick the graveyard apart. It's going to be really hard to get Delirium.
Yeah, because I think one of their types is the Ends right now. So like, if they get forced to attack, they can't. What's it called? Deathrite can pull them down from the ground and block.
Yeah, you're right. These Deathrites are really good in the face of these Channelers. But again, the no creature thing here is a real problem because like your life total is 10. You got to get this Ketchermouse turned on, which you should be able to do. Oh, I don't even think you can do it next turn. I think. You draw another way to exile a card. There's only 2 cards in exile. Shaman can pick off 2 more right now, and then 2 on your own turn, but it's only 6.
Yep. That do be a graveyard.
So
this is when I found out Anthony lied to me about how Ketramos works. He doesn't. Oh, my opponent, the player doesn't know how Ketramos works. One of the two.
Okay, well, Peddler's really good. Peddler was a really good draw because now Ketramos is going to be turned on. It almost doesn't even matter what else is in the hand because you can just cycle the Juggernauts out, right? That's still that will still go to exile.
But also gives us information about how bad our opponent's hand is.
Right. Right. Yeah, Juggernaut and 2 lands. Jolto has to be feeling really good here. Because Ketramos can start attacking. I think you want to put a creature in bin just to frankly gain you more life, right?
Yeah, that's fair.
But I mean, again, you know your opponent's hand is just not good.
Yeah, I think that's the reason why. I think if we didn't know what opponent's hand was, keeping that to Fiaco or Juggernaut Patio would be interesting.
Yeah. There's another card that's going to get exiled. This will lose a life and draw a card.
No, this is just going to make a mana.
Well, it'll trigger Ketramos.
Yeah, but right? you said gaining life. Oh.
Lose a life and draw a card.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said. Who plays your spells anymore? Who casts creatures?
So now we're going to basically gain 1 life because this will draw another card and lose a life, but you'll gain 2 from the Shaman. But now the most important thing is Ketramos can attack.
Yep.
That's what we're seeking out to do here. So, do you grief away the Juggernaut?
No. There's no way.
Oh, because it gets a type in bin. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
What I'm thinking is you grief away the Juggernaut because you know that the last 2 cards are lands. It kind of takes away the only thing they can do.
It puts 2 types in bin, and they have a hand on the battlefield.
Oh, or you can just concede.
Yeah, they chose the correct play.